Hello, Leah here from sailing class. This is our 5th and 6th day of sailing. We sailed from our overnight spot in Thumb Cove down to Bear Glacier and then headed out to open ocean to have a little fun before sailing around a couple of the little islands and heading back to our second overnight spot at Humpy Cove. Our windlass wasn't working too well after the first night, so Randy didn't want to drop it. Instead, we stayed at a friend of his resort's dock called Orca Island. It's one of the most beautiful places that I've seen in Alaska. It has 7 bungalows in all. There's 4 on the main shore and 3 on the island plus the gift shop, and a little bridge connects the island to the mainland. Mikey and I were lucky enough to hit it at low tide so we could go explore the little tidal pools and actually walk under the bridge. At high tide, it is an island, but at low tide, it's not an island, it's just a little spit of the mainland. So we were pretty excited about that. We love exploring, and unfortunately we didn't find out until the next day that there's an old World War II bunker hidden in the hills that we could have explored. That's pretty cool. But we were pretty excited to be on land after 2 days at sea. Mikey really wanted to go exploring, so I took the GoPro and started walking around to look at all the cool sights. This is a little observation deck that looks out over Humpy Cove. The camera cannot do it justice. It is so beautiful in person. The tide was out, as I said, but I really would have liked to see the tide in, because at high tide, the water would almost be lapping at the dock. That was one of my favorite parts of the island, the suspension bridge. It was a little sketchy when you get out on it, but well, I just hope it doesn't ever break, because then you'll be going in the drink. The boat was a really nice 49-footer. If we ever get a sailboat, I hope it's something like that, because that was really nice. My GoProing can get a little shaky, so instead of giving everybody seasickness, I just added a bunch of pictures instead. Because even Dad gets seasick watching my videos. Ah yes, the exam. Dad loves making fun of Mom, and usually Mom or I retaliate. Like that. Yep, he deserved it. In the duration of the class, there were 3 tests we had to take. I am a very fast test taker, while everybody else, they're okay. I was not happy that she was the first one done. And I was even less happy that she got 100%.
You guessed correct.
Yeah, I guessed too. Only I didn't guess correctly.
Oh, you're gonna go brag?
No.
Talking about your sheet.
Only because you said no and never next time.
I know. I just said that.
What did you get?
You got them all.
You may not be able to pass.
Oh.
Yeah, let me.
This was the last morning before we set sail back to Seward and pack up and go home. Yeah, a 96, that's good on that test, because that was like not the easiest test in the world. That really made me mad. She never got a better score than me except that one. That score made me very happy. There was like literally no wind that day, so we sailed about like 2 knots for a while, and then we turned the engine on and motored our way back into port. It was a really crummy day. I stuck it out on deck just because I didn't like being in the cabin. But it was drizzling rain. There was a little bit of a light breeze, just enough to make it nasty. But on this class, we got every kind of weather and every kind of sea possible. We got bright, sunny, super hot, huge seas. And then the next day, it was cloudy and overcast and foggy. And literally no waves or wind. So we had to sit around. I hope you enjoyed our video. Subscribe and like.